The national suicide hotlines are 1-800-784-2433 or 1-800-799-4899. For Espanol, 1-888-628-9454. For the online suicide prevention training, visit asklistenrefer.org/JCCC.
Welcome to the Cavalier Corner, a show in which we'll be discussing all kinds of fun topics related to student life. My name is Giuliana.
I'm Carly.
And I'm Camille.
And today we'll be discussing some tips and tricks on how to stay, healthy and all about mental health throughout classes, online classes, and COVID. So Camille, how has your mental health been since, everything started?
Honestly, I have to try to distract myself from overthinking because coming from not being able to do the normal things that we're used to, the normal face-to-face classes, the normal hanging out with your friends, it has been it has been quite a challenge. What I have to do now is I start reading a lot more. I start, visiting campus as in using the resources when it comes on to classes. Thank you, JUCO, for having tutors available for us so we can use them. But yeah, I am excited when it comes on to class because yes, our teachers are there. Yes, they're telling us what to do, but I actually miss that face-to-face interaction, that face-to-face conversation or being around students, being around, my fellow classmates. Which was funny because for public speaking class, it's totally online and we have to record ourselves doing an introductory video, introducing ourselves to everyone. And I was like, this was always one of the favorite part of going into a class for the first time was just, when you walk in and you assume people, like you go in and it was like, yeah, she's going to be the talker of the class. She's going to be, the one that is super smart. And you don't get that vibe. You don't get to create friendship or bonds within class. So that's kind of hard. And we had to resort to doing videos and then talking about ourselves. And it's just not the same. If you put me in front of a class of people, I can tell you about myself. Put me in front of a video and I'm like, I don't know what to say next. And, it's just not that easy, smoothly going. But for the most part of it, we get to interact because we have to, watch all the videos, comment, get to know them virtually. And the good thing about that JUCO has to offer is the resource center. Now that JUCO has all the resource center on one floor in one building, it has made it so super easy for students to just go in, know what you want. You need a tutor, sign up online. You'll get a face-to-face tutor. Or you can have a virtual tutor where you log on and someone is there helping you do your math homework, explaining the science process, helping you write a paper. So I think being able to know of the resources that are available for me has helped me cope during this time.
I would definitely agree with that. I think it's definitely a challenge, or it has been a challenge adjusting to everything because it's been so different than what we've been used to so far. But I feel like having all the resources available, if I need them, I know that they're there. That helps a lot, and it's helped me a lot too, definitely.
How about you, Carly? How have you been coping?
I guess when everything started, it was a roller coaster of events. You had to take it day by day, which from like most times, like I just take it day by day and try to adapt as it goes. But I think just trying to remember the things that I like to do and try to do them under these circumstances and adapt to it as best as I can has really helped. Like I love hanging out, going out to eat and all this, but can't really, for a while you couldn't really go out to eat, but you could always get takeout and then go home and make your own little restaurant.
Version.
Yeah, right. Your own candlelit dinner.
I was taught how to trick Chipotle, and I think Danielle showed me this trick where you order a bowl and then you have a side of, what is that thing that you make the burrito with?
Tortilla.
The tortilla, and then you make your own burrito. I was like, whoa. I always just make them make it. And he was like, you said $2. I was like, really?
Wow. Yeah. It's nice. And I think for me, it's just trying to remind myself, like, you know, everyone else is going through this, and that, like, I'm not alone, and that if I need someone, I can, like you said, I have resources if I need someone to reach out to, which has helped me tremendously, knowing that, like, I'm not going through this alone. And I mean, I was nervous at first to, like, even, like, talk about it or even think that I was struggling, because I was like, no, like, it's fine. I'm fine. But I wasn't. But it was just nice knowing that I could lean on some people, and Johnson County really helped a lot. They were very helpful throughout that whole time, and answering all of my questions that I seemed to have that just would randomly pop up. So knowing that I had the support not only from friends and family, but from my school and campus as well was really helpful.
How about you, Giuliana? How has everything, the changes, the classes, you know, not being able to go out, how has that affected you?
I think at the beginning, I didn't think it was going to affect me as much as it ended up, because I, by nature, don't like to go out as much. So that's not something that I do. Like, every weekend, I stay home, you know? Like, even before everything, that was just my idea of fun. But then when everything got shut down, and then the opportunity to go out wasn't there anymore, and we weren't coming to campus, I quickly realized that without being here on campus, I don't really do a lot of social interaction at all. And that really took a toll. And it was just me trying to navigate that whole adjustment. It was an adjustment period for sure, for at least like a month or two. On top of that, with the classes and everything, that, you know, everyone was struggling. So for me, it was important to remember that I wasn't the only one that was going through this, that there were, you know, thousands of other students that were going through the same thing, you know, in a different levels, you know, because it affects everyone differently, but we were still all just kind of in the same boat. So for me, that was, you know, encouraging, and it just helped to, you know, keep going.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
completely agree. I think knowing that the opportunity is gone is what, like,
That
like,
took a toll.
right? And I
Because
think
I normally don't go, like, I'm the kind that enjoys, like, because I'm on the road from Monday to Friday, when it comes to the weekend, I was like, I want to cook, I want to clean, I want to stay home and just watch TV and just wrap up with me. And all of a sudden, when, you know, you're at home for majority of this time, it kind of switches. You're like, but I kind of want to go out. I kind of want to go do something. I kind of, you know, want to. And then I think at that time, the weather was, when quarantine just started, the weather was cold. Well, not cold, but my cold, where I couldn't walk. Like, I can't walk. If it's 50 or under, I can't walk outside. So I was like, you know, that opportunity to walk wasn't there. But I noticed that during this whole time, as soon as the weather got warmer and nicer, I walk almost every single day. I walk for an hour and a half just to enjoy nature and just to stretch my legs. So there was a positive thing that came out from that. Like,
true.
I started exercising a little bit more, started, you know, interacting with nature, going through all the various parks, and, you know, see, and then it was a way to see people too. Because, you know, you get to meet little cute dogs on their little walk, and you get babies. And I was like, oh, hi, you can't touch them, but still, at least seeing them and being able to smile was awesome for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. I went on walks a lot during quarantine, and everyone in the town was just out and about all the time, 24/7. Because, I mean, like, what can you do? And another thing currently right now is, like, I miss seeing students on campus. Like, I genuinely, like, it was around this time last year we had Cav kickoff and everything, and I miss it. I miss it. All the activities, the food we had, where you could, like, it's not like prepackaged already that you could eat at the event. I just miss it. I miss, you know, trying to walk from CLB like through the hallways to like OCB to GEB and how cramped it would get.
Yeah.
Now it's like, now I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's too many people. So it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I miss
I
it
think
though.
events too. Yeah. Events, or just even having students on campus is what I think I miss the most, because, you know, it's an opportunity to create a conversation. It's an opportunity to talk to someone. And what we always have to remember is that when it comes on to mental health, not everyone who wears a smile means that they're okay. And that's a part of the things that some people just don't understand. Yes, this person might look happy. This person might be smiling and, you know, they seem like everything is okay, but even within that situation, all I can tell everyone is to be nice. Be nice to everyone. Even a simple smile can make someone's day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree. I definitely do miss the student interactions that we are able to have. You know, in this job and just as being students as well, it like I miss it, but I also, you know, understand that it's necessary to keep everyone safe and it's important. So, you know, also keeping that in the back of my mind, it also reassures me that, you know, it's just gonna be that much better once we get to have what we used to have, you know, once everything, you know,
It's
is
true.
safe.
We're going to truly learn how to appreciate it.
Yes.
In the end, we learn. You know, when your mom takes your toy away and you know, you never used to pay attention. Like, you have the toy, you love the toy, but you never knew the value of the toy until it was taken away. And when you get it back, you're like, oh my God, I missed you. And you start treasuring it. I think that's going to, I hope, you know, insinuate that that's what's going to be like when things, it won't go back to normal, but, you know, it becomes easier and we're allowed to be around each other, you know, more, you know, not 6 feet apart. But yeah, I think we're going to learn to appreciate. And I do hope that, you know, post-COVID, we still learn a lot from it, enough that we still implement the things that we've learned.
Agreed.
Going forward.
Agreed, definitely. And on that note, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And, you know, let us know if there are any topics that you'd like us to cover or talk about. If you want to be a featured guest, possibly on the podcast, let us know. Definitely down in the comments. If you want to check us out on our other social media, that would be great. We are JCCC Student Life on Instagram and Facebook. And we are Cavalier Corner on all podcast formats, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many others. The link will also be down to check us out there. If you want to find out more events that we have going on campus, because we do have events going on, we do want to still engage with you guys, do check out our Get Involved at JCCC page. And yeah, thank you so much, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.